Rev it again, rev it. Rev it again. Rev it again.
Crying.
What is up, guys? Welcome to Supercars of London. God, how I've missed this. I'm in Tom's new Porsche Carrera T. Is that how you do it?
Yeah. I sometimes abbreviate to 911T, but Carrera T is its correct moniker.
It's nice in here.
You like it? You're not the biggest Porsche fan, are you?
I'm not the biggest Porsche fan, but what's that?
I struggled, but now I know what it does. And there's 3 pedals as well, and they all do stuff. It's crazy stuff.
We're in London traffic.
The best place for a manual car and bucket seats.
Yeah, and it's got fairly firm suspension.
What is this person doing?
Oh. I was going to say, he created his own. We've also got Tony in front in the Nissan GT.
I'd actually prefer that.
So Tony's just picked up a AMG GTR in Selenite Magno Grey.
Yep.
Which looks solid, but inside here it's fairly. What would you say?
Sparse, possibly.
I was going to say that we use the word basic. You told me that there's some.
Hey mate, there's Bose speakers down there.
Yes, but what's that?
This Uber driver is intent on taking the side wing off my car.
Would that make this car
better? Maybe he's got emoji fresh actually. Was he?
No, it's not emoji fresh.
Ram him then.
He's still going.
Move along, it's not for you. So yeah, inside here we have obviously the 918 seats, which are actually more comfortable than they possibly look.
They are comfy.
The back windows are this weird glass plasticky stuff, and I've optioned no rear seats. Well, you can't get rear seats with these bucket seats.
Oh, so when you spec 918 seats,
yeah, all the other seats, because they fold in somewhere or another, you could have optioned rear seats. But I don't have any mates, so I didn't really need back seats.
No.
And there's no sound deadening either in there, so you can hear a lot of the mechanical stuff.
So that's why you spec Bose, to counter that.
Yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing. I wanted a stripped out car, but then put like heavy speakers in it. So all in all, I don't have a clue what I'm doing.
So this is like a lightweight car.
Yep.
That's not actually that lightweight, but you spec lightweight seats.
In this spec, it's lighter than a GT3.
Really?
Yep.
Was that your mic drop there?
I don't know what it was, but that's the noise I make when I come out with a fact that isn't probably true.
So it's got carbon ceramic brakes.
Yep, because I need those for these traffic lights and stuff.
But in Monaco, wait, no. Before we get to Monaco,
yep.
Tell me how 0 to 60, how quick?
It's about 4.5 seconds. It's not
4.5 seconds.
106 grand.
I reckon. What? 106 grand.
So, funnily enough, there's a car there. There's probably about 30k that will do 60 quicker.
This Audi S3 is probably faster 0 to 60. It definitely doesn't have better brakes than yours, though. Those brakes are rusting.
I've got him on that, but it probably doesn't require him billying around with pedals and gear knobs.
Those brakes are actually disastrous.
Oddly enough, in this car you couldn't get, so the GT3 comes with the red steel brakes like the GT Sports brakes and the yellow ceramics obviously, but this one either came with the real kind of peasant basic spec steel brakes which had calipers that were literally about that big, or the ceramics.
Which would have stopped the car fine.
Oh yeah, absolutely fine. Absolutely no issues whatsoever. But I really wanted the extra 2 kilos in unsprung mass difference. I didn't know that's a thing. Yellow looked nicer.
The outside of the car looks nice, but not a fan of the wheels. Could you?
Oh, you don't like the wheels? So they've been really Marmite. Loads of people have said, TG, what are you doing? Put them on Vostons. But yeah, I actually paid extra for these wheels, which might alarm you.
Yeah, that has.
Sit in a yellow box. Oh, this is going to be an expensive video. Yep, he's getting a fine. Day made. 100 quid that, mate. He's just shouted, for the audience at home, he's just shouted I don't care, and presumably said something about him being rich. Are you rich? Yeah, he's nodding.
Oh, we're screwed here though.
Yeah, no, it's fine, I'll just cut in. Yeah, he's gone for it.
The Mazda.
Oh,
yeah.
4-wheel steer! Yay!
4-wheel steer?
Yeah, I optioned rear axle steering as well, like the GT3. I went to town on this thing, I'm telling you.
This car, like,
it's good.
Surely Porsche 911s are one car that doesn't need 4-wheel steers if, like, they struggle to get round corners.
Exactly.
Your Aventador, maybe.
Yeah,
or what was your Aventador? Has that been announced?
Oh yeah, I've announced that it's gone. I've been trolled duly on it. Yeah, no, I went for rear axle steer. It's got the GT3 have it, and apparently everyone that's used it says it's good and it's a worthy option. And I really actually felt it on the mountain roads.
Oh, so you actually did some research into buying this car?
I actually did, yeah. I kind of make out like I'm a blithering moron, but when I'm spending that kind of money on stuff, I really, really look into every single option quite a lot.
This guy loves it. He loves it.
Yeah, there we go.
He's really happy with a box in his passenger seat. So is this like, if this is the base level Carrera 911, let's look at the entry level Ferrari.
Yep.
Which is California. So this is a light.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Is this a lightweight California?
California Speciale. Except, unlike the California, this car's not terrible. Whoops.
There's a Ferrari there just to balance out your comment.
Ah, that's good though. We like FFs.
Yeah, we do like FFs.
Silver calipers as well.
Did he look at this car or not?
Nope. Oh, I think he did, and then his nose went in the air and he carried on.
This is the ultimate test here. How many people notice the Porsche?
Bright yellow, for God's sake, have a look at it. Some of you. One of you, please.
Tony's joined us behind. We lost him for a little bit, but he's there.
Uber Tony.
Now you've just come back from a trip in this as well.
Yep.
In this. Now, this trip started out as what could have been, or what should have been top marks, but the traffic was so bad that you ended up doing the right thing and going up into the hills.
Yeah, we couldn't really be bothered with Monaco. There was so much trouble going on, we didn't really want to be associated with any of it. We didn't want our cars seized because it would have just ruined the whole trip.
Yeah.
And police were just being brutal, perhaps rightly in a lot of scenarios, so we didn't really bother. I went in one afternoon.
And you went in with a front plate on, which I saw.
I panicked, yeah, I didn't want my car seized, so I went in with the front plate on and it actually genuinely fell off. After years of telling people my plate had fallen off.
Wait, you're meaning to say that every tweet when you say that your plate's fallen off, it's not actually fallen off?
I'm having a giggle, yes. There's not one point has it ever fallen off because there's not been one in there in the first place. So Spotter actually handed it back through my window in the middle of Monaco, which is nice and smooth.
That's kind of him.
But we were discussing, because when I first announced that I was going, you said, why aren't you taking your Aventador?
Yeah.
And you were a little bit hurt by the fact I wasn't taking my Aventador.
I was kind of offended.
You were fuming.
I was on WhatsApp. I was kind of offended that you'd even bought this car.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
I know.
Where are you going with this car?
Nowhere. It's just on laps to London and it's gone.
We haven't even completed one lap of London. Do you remember the video that we did of why you shouldn't drive a Lamborghini in London?
Yeah.
Why you shouldn't have a race car Porsche GT3 RS in London?
Yep.
Now this video should be called why you shouldn't have a manual car in London.
Yep.
Every time I jump in the passenger seat of your car, we are just stuck in endless traffic.
Nothing changes.
So we haven't completed a lap in London. I was deeply offended when you told me that you were going to buy this car, and I did kind of mock you that it was just a lightweight California.
Yeah.
But worse.
Yeah.
That sounded a little bit harsh. But what offended me the most was that you weren't taking your Aventador S, arguably one of the greatest supercars in the world, in these eyes. And you took this.
And I'm pleased I didn't.
Do you know what? Having seen footage from the trip and speaking to you quite a lot, I'm pleased you didn't as well.
Yeah,
because
definitely made the right decision.
Manual gearbox on the tight and twisty roads.
That was so fun.
The car that's this size, like kind of like the size of a pea, versus an Aventador, trying to navigate that thing around some of the hairpins.
Yeah. That's the other thing with this car as well. It's not even the wide arch, flared arch kit that the turbos have. The GT3
This
RS
hasn't got that, has it?
No, it's not even wide track. I've put GT spaces on it. Well, Porsche did, so the wheels are slightly wider, but it's not a big car. It's tiny. And
you got four-wheel steering, which I mocked earlier as if to be like, does this car even need it? And on the hairpins,
it's actually got sports diff as well, so it actually gets the power down a lot more. It's got.
Do you know what that means?
No, absolutely no idea.
Neither do I.
Yeah, well, that sounds good, don't tell them. Yeah, it's got the drop suspension, so yeah, handles. But we're getting off the point. So there was a 488 in front of me, an F12 in front of me, Archie's Hurricane. He's a racing driver, we all know that.
Oh, well,
really good racing driver.
He did tell me that the first thing this morning.
What, that he was a racing driver?
Yeah, and that he drove the Lamborghini really well in Monaco.
God, I hate it. So this car, despite only being 370 brake, and those cars all being upwards of 600 brake, I mean the F12 being 740, they couldn't shake it. On those roads, they could not shake it, couldn't get away from it.
Definitely comes down to your driving.
I am a Billy behind the wheel. Absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but I think I do, which is the most dangerous combo.
Okay.
But yeah, they couldn't get away with it.
Perfect proof, though, really, that you don't actually need crazy amounts of brake horsepower.
No, you really don't.
Tune into my channel next week because I make my C63 600 brake. That's actually happening. But
are you kidding me?
No.
Oh, for God's sake.
But you could. I reckon you could upgrade the turbos on this and make it nearly 800.
I can definitely map it. Oh yeah, you could probably plug it into your iPhone and make it 800 brake.
Yeah, I've got the app.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I do not doubt that.
The most painful element of hanging out with these two is watching them try and get a thumbnail.
Or watching them try and do a video.
It's Archie, actually. Archie's trying to get a thumbnail. How are you finding this day?
Epic, mate.
Yeah?
I'm so ecstatic.
About 4 hours ago you said you were hungry. Have you eaten yet?
I'm starving.
Tony's on repeat just going, I'm starving. Here's Archie working out the angle.
Oi! Go away.
In real time.
Supercars are London without a supercar. You enjoyed that, Tony?
I'm in the middle of the road here. Can you please hurry up? I've got a lot of stuff to do. Do you know how busy I am?
Yeah. Okay, you just have to hold this button. Why are we filming this? Go away!
He's getting so protective over this.
It's fine. Just no. Postpone. Car coming. Postpone.
Saved by traction control.
Oh my god. The turning circle though was pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's mental. You can just turn on like a.
Actually, you know what? I don't think I need to hold it.
Okay.
That is
Where are we actually going?
Just do a couple of laps around Knightsbridge. Let's try and find some cars and talk about actually, in all seriousness, how much you're enjoying this car, because we've kind of been a little bit negative, shall we say. We've trolled it a little bit because I think in this day and age most people expect people to be rolling around in 1,000 brake horsepower hypercars.
Yeah. There's an expectation on social media. Everyone needs a 700 brake plus car, which of course I do have. Had. I'm between two at the moment, but the next one will be over 700 brake as well.
Oh, will it?
Incoming. Oh yeah.
That's going to be a beast.
But I think there's actually a lot more enjoyment to be had from a car that's slightly more usable. I mean, you can kind of thrash this thing, and there he is, and actually use it and actually fully enjoy it. Whereas a lot of the other cars I've had, you've been on the kind of boundaries of it, terrified the entire time.
Yeah. It's quite pokey as well.
It's quick. It is quick.
Yeah.
0 to 60 isn't great, obviously, because it's manual, rear-wheel drive, and it's only 370 brake. But once it's going, the torque's really good because it's got the twin turbos.
Yeah. God, you've changed. Since the last time I saw you, you didn't have a clue what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Did you read the manual?
I've just been on Wikipedia whilst we were eating lunch.
And you're actually like considering keeping this fair amount of time.
Long term, yeah, and I know I get trolled a lot for kind of getting rid of my cars fairly quickly.
I think we all do.
Yeah, but I mean, most people though don't keep their cars until they die. Most people get rid of them after 6 months.
Yeah.
Supercars, that's what you do.
Yeah.
This car I would happily keep for years. It's absolutely
and because
brilliant.
it's not got that many electrics, because it's quite a stripped back manual lightweight thing,
and it's Porsche, it's not going to fall apart.
Exactly, it's not going to fall apart, but you've also you're not going to have any gearbox problems.
I would caveat that with, if I could get a GT3 Touring at a sensible price,
but that's the obvious upgrade to this, right?
Yeah it is. And
GT3 Touring is like kind of like the pinnacle of what I know about you and your interest in cars. That's it, isn't it?
GT3
Touring, because you had
car.
a Boxster before you had the M3 manual, which I kind of questioned. I questioned the M3. I tell you what, I did question the G-Wagon. Do you remember when you got the G-Wagon and you were like, new car coming soon? So
I don't know what I was doing. Sometimes I do things that even I don't understand.
But this is comfy. Like, this car is super comfy.
Yeah, it's fine. I put the comfort dampers on and we're in.
This is bouncy road mode for in a Porsche.
Let's get away at this Wraith. Get out of the way, you ghost. Who cares? Who cares? Same for an end.
I mean, I'm actually pleasantly surprised by my experience in this car, because I text you saying I'm going to make a video and really try and troll it, because let's be honest, I questioned when you told me that you were getting a Porsche Carrera T.
More than question, you abused me.
Yeah, I abused you because at that time you were like, oh, I need to get rid of the Aventador S. I'm going to get this Porsche. I'm like, wait, what? Like,
you're going from an Aventador to a Beetle.
It makes sense because of the cars that you've got incoming, and you've still got the 812 too.
The 812's coming. And there's some other stuff I can't mention yet, but yeah, it's going to be chaos. I know I said that a lot, but actually, it's just getting more silly and more bankruptcy and more debt ridden.
It's the best way to live.
Yeah, it's not going well. So we're all going down a very slippery slope.
Oh, someone's actually taking a picture.
No, they haven't.
They were. Those people over there looking at a map.
Also, she wants to see a GP.
We're taking a picture. They were taking a picture. So, yeah. I mean, again, another video of us sat in traffic. Welcome to the collaborations between SOL and TGE.
Yeah, there we go. I'll see you in another 2 weeks when I have another one.
Oh, it's noise. I thought that it was an engine going around. I thought it was like an Aventador cruising around. I'd have started to film it, but yeah.
67 crap.
That's got a good deal on that because the new one's out.
It's diesel as well.
Oh, is it? Maybe not then. Right, guys, that is it. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned. Head over to TGE's channel because you've got awesome videos of this in the south of France.
Yeah, lots more Beetle content.
Yep. I actually slagged Porsche off quite a lot in America, but I'll leave it at that. See you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.